Hey guys, it's Tim from Pro Wrestling Unlimited. As we're here with another PWUnlimited podcast. We're a little bit late because we have breaking news that we just reported on Rey Mysterio missing the New Japan show this weekend. We were also going to talk about Daniel Bryan being cleared, Hall of Fame notes, the New Japan Cup from this past week, and more. Nick, what's going on?
What is going on, my guys? Welcome to the show this week. Super happy to be here. I'm having kind of a bad day, I'm not going to lie.
Really? What's going on?
So for those that play Fortnite, there's a mobile version now.
Right.
I have not won a single game of Fortnite in my life. I've never came in first. And today, my girlfriend, who's never fucking played until today, or until 2 days ago, has just fucking came in first place.
Nice.
So now I feel like I am now the beta in the relationship, and this has all gone downhill. But other than that, I'm doing all right. It's a little sick.
You iPhone
still under the
people.
weather. iPhones are the best. I'm getting the iPhone 10 once my credit card comes in the mail.
It's all
Long
good.
story short.
It's all good. I got an Android. We can play PUBG online mobile.
I mean, I can do it too.
PUBG mobile. It's everywhere on YouTube right now. Every YouTube video I watched today, PUBG mobile ad.
So, I don't know if you know this. He's an independent wrestler, or he was an independent wrestler. Bryan, I don't know if you ever heard of him, Bryan Danielson or something like that.
I think so.
The guy got cleared. I'm not sure who he is. I've never heard of him, but apparently he got cleared to do some stuff again. I can't keep the shtick up. God, I'm so happy to see him back, especially last night after everything that happened.
Taking that apron bump.
Yeah, it looked rough. So what did you guys think
I mean,
of Daniel Bryan's return last night?
It basically confirmed that we're getting Shane and Daniel versus Sami and Kevin.
Yeah, just about.
Yeah, so I mean...
I like how they put them in the alumni section.
Already?
Mm-hmm.
I did not see that. That's awesome. I think, one thing they could do coming off of this is, which would work if they weren't facing two authority figures, but they make it an unsanctioned match, so that way there's no rules to the match. That way that match could just be balls to the walls. Anyways,
True.
They make it some sort of like an unsanctioned match. They say, we're not gonna rehire you. You have to earn your contracts on SmackDown back. And they're gonna end up losing because it's Daniel Bryan's return match and it's Shane McMahon. And then we don't see them for a couple of weeks. And then we see Superstar Shakeup. They're back on Raw. Just my prediction.
Do you think Daniel in the Superstar Shakeup is going to be considered a wrestler?
Yes, but I would not move him. That would be the worst. Moving him would be the worst thing they can do in the entire Superstar Shakeup. He would just be lost on Raw. He would be under The Miz.
Yeah, that's very true.
Well, if The Miz is still Intercontinental Champion. If The Miz is not Intercontinental Champion, they'll be on level playing ground. I just feel like they're not. I just feel like here's the thing. I got asked a lot today. When's Daniel Bryan going for the championship now that he's cleared? And I said, honestly, I don't know, because Vince McMahon's got that stigma that he doesn't like to push people that repeatedly get injured. And Daniel Bryan was injured multiple times. Think about it. The last 2 times he was a champion, he had to vacate the title due to injury. So Vince may be what's the word? Hesitant to give Daniel Bryan some sort of, I'm not saying he won't give him a good push, but some sort of a championship opportunity or a main event top guy spot, because he's afraid you put this guy in the main event, you put this guy as our top guy, he may just get hurt again and have to go.
Yeah, it's scary, but I think there's a lot of... I think Bryan knows that, like, hey, I'm going to wrestle a different style, I'm going to be safer, but...
Didn't wrestle a different style last night,
I was
going to
say, those fucking bumps the other night, those were pretty gnarly, dude.
Falling on right on the top of his head. Especially the one he did to Sami.
Yeah, that one looked fucked up.
Yeah, that was... I don't know.
But, do you want to talk a little bit about the breaking news?
Breaking news, yes, coming out of Figure 4 Online, Wrestling Observer Online. Rey Mysterio, who was slated to be taking on Jushin Thunder Liger this weekend at Strong Style Evolved in Long Beach, California on Sunday night, is no longer wrestling the New Japan show. I'm going to pull up the article and read it here for you guys. It says, due to the bicep injury that he suffered earlier this month, Rey Mysterio will have to miss New Japan Pro Wrestling show in Long Beach on Sunday. New Japan Pro Wrestling announced tonight that Mysterio's match against Jushin Thunder Liger at Strong Style Evolved is officially off. Instead, Liger will be taking on Will Ospreay. For those that are unaware, Mysterio suffered a Grade 1 partially torn left bicep in a match for Northeast Wrestling on March 2nd, where he was teaming with, I think it was Flip Gordon, taking on...
You just reported the video, man.
Yes, but now the article's been changed, and it doesn't say it anymore.
Joey Mercury and another person.
Yes, Joey Mercury and Kevin Conley, I want to say. No, the Observer actually changed the article and don't have the participants' names down anymore. Anyways, Mysterio's out. Will Ospreay is in his spot. Still should be a pretty good match. Ospreay versus Liger, all things considered.
Yeah, I mean... Ospreay Liger just on paper sounds so enjoyable, especially how much Ospreay has improved over the years. So I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. And if you guys do want to call into the show tonight, this is your opportunity. 559-475-8473. The number is on the screen and in the chat.
Yeah. Bada boom. Call into the show. Let us know what you think about Daniel Bryan being back, the Rey Mysterio stuff. Any questions you guys have or just want to say hi, call into the show.
Other notes we do have here. I mean, do you have anything else to say about Mysterio or Daniel Bryan?
Kind of touching on the Rey Mysterio stuff. I think it's best that he probably didn't wrestle for Strong Style. Even if this isn't a super major thing, I think he knows that he eventually wants to come back to the WWE, so he doesn't want to risk anything. So that's fine with me. It's all
right, and PW Insider is reporting that WWE may be sending Rey Mysterio to Birmingham, Alabama later this week to be evaluated by Dr. Andrews, his people, for that partially torn bicep, because they're very interested in signing him. It's like a Shelton Benjamin situation where they found out Shelton was injured. They helped him get, fixed up as much as they could without him being under contract, and they eventually signed him. But let's take a call.
Yeah.
And if... Caller on the air, what's going on?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Pretty good. Yourself?
Pretty good. So, let's talk about Bryan getting cleared.
Okay.
I wasn't the only one who was, about to cry, right?
No.
Okay, good. Because I was like, what?
Yeah, no, it was pretty awesome. I was real fucking excited when I got the notification on my phone.
Oh, yeah, you were.
Yeah, I was touring college, and then I got the invitation, I got the notification. I was like, what?
That's your indication to not go to college.
Basically, yeah.
Oh, but yeah, what are you most excited for to see him back now?
I mean, the one thing I want to see before he is done is I want to see him basically have one more title run, get a feud with AJ, and then I don't know. That's a tough question. Basically those two off the top of my head.
Yeah, I mean those are two pretty legitimate things.
Yeah.
And then going into the Hall of Fame.
Oh, he'll go in the Hall of Fame eventually, no doubt.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he is one of the hottest people in WWE right now, so I mean, it's kind of no question.
But it's a question of when, because he's not going to want to go in if he feels like he's still got time on his career. It's basically what Batista's doing. Batista's turned down multiple times going into the Hall of Fame because he feels he can still have one more final 6-month to a year run.
Yeah. When do you guys think he'll go in?
It's honestly, it's too hard to say because he's still really young. He's possibly got years left on his career, depending on if he can stay healthy, depending on how long he wants to stick around with WWE. So there's a lot of factors. It's hard to say, oh, this guy's going to go in the Hall of Fame this time. Because we could have been like, oh, Undertaker should have been in the Hall of Fame 10 years ago and done wrestling, but he's still going. So it's just kind of hard to say, but thanks for the call and have a great night.
All right, easy, man.
It's the sound Skype makes when you
it's you can say, oh, so-and-so, they'll be in the Hall of Fame, but it's hard to say when. I mean, no one expected them to put Rick in the same year he retired. You would have thought, okay, he retires at Mania 24. It was Mania 24, right? Yeah, Mania 24, and then go in the next year. But they did the whole night before, and then so you can't really predict when they're going to go in. You can just predict that they'll most likely go in.
We got a question here from Marcus. Ryan, do you think the Hardys will make an appearance while Edge and Christian are inducting the Dudleys?
I think
maybe.
That's exactly where I was going to lead next is some Hall of Fame notes, so perfect transition there. I think it's maybe possible, but not likely since Matt is Woken Matt now. If they were just the Hardys, then it would have been like, maybe. But at the same time,
Hardy can still do his.
At the same time, you don't want to overshadow the induction of the Dudley Boys.
Exactly.
So, I mean, and with that, it was announced today by WWE.com that Edge and Christian will officially be inducting the Dudley Boys into the WWE Hall of Fame. Now,
this is the closest Christian will ever get to the Hall of Fame.
Now, earlier this week, Edge was a guest on the Busted Open radio show that is hosted by Bubba Ray Dudley, or Brother Ray, whatever you want to call him. And basically, Bubba asked him, hey, would you and Christian induct me and Devon into the Hall of Fame? And Edge was more than happy to do so. And then today, WWE did make it official.
Nice.
So I am also hearing that this is not official yet, but there have been talks backstage on Ron Simmons or Farouk possibly being the one to induct Mark Henry. Makes perfect sense.
I'd like that. I mean, I'd like that a lot.
When Mark Henry came in and he was the, what do you want to call it? Just the guy from the Olympics, the strong man. But his first real character came in the Nation of Domination, and he's said it before. He looked up to Ron Simmons. He looked up to Farouk. Farouk helped him in his early stages of his career, the formative years of his career. So for somebody that was so important to the building blocks of him starting out in WWE, it's a perfect person to induct him.
Was the Nation of Domination first or Sexual Chocolate?
Oh, Sexual Chocolate was well after the Nation of Domination.
Really?
Yeah, because they did.
I got my shit all backwards.
Yeah, because he came in '96 and had the match at In Your House with Jerry Lawler, and then slowly transitioned to Nation of Domination, and then him and D'Lo kind of drifted off on their own, did the stuff with China that was kind of weird, and then he turned into Sexual Chocolate.
We are the Nation of Domination.
You know, the New Day was supposed to be a new version of the Nation until they just turned them into New Day.
New Day.
So yeah,
I'm very happy Mark Henry's going in that.
Oh yeah, a lot of people.
God, he deserves it.
A lot of people like, why Mark Henry? Why Mark Henry?
He does so much back. If you like heel Neville, if you like Neville as a heel, you can thank Mark Henry. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not wrong.
Yeah, they'll mention the Sexual Chocolate period. Absolutely.
Of course they did. They mentioned it in the Hall of Fame video they played on Monday and Tuesday, and they even had The Godfather say that Mark Henry the Man was called Sexual Chocolate before they ever used it on television.
I love it.
But,
yeah, I also Marcus Ryan. I also hope he wears the same tuxedo.
Yes, the fake retirement salmon tux.
Does Cena come out and get power slammed?
No.
That sucks.
But
anyway.
Yeah, no, those are some notes that we were hearing this week for the Hall of Fame. One final Hall of Fame thing. A lot of people asked this as well. Back in, I think it was late November, early December, when they had a rumored list of Hall of Famers for this year, Bam Bam Bigelow was on that list. Unfortunately, he will be not going into the Hall of Fame this year. The reasoning for that is because of the location of next year's Hall of Fame. Next year's next year's WrestleMania is taking place from MetLife Stadium in the New York, New Jersey market. That is where Bam Bam Bigelow is from. So they've agreed on that, hey, It may be better to put him in his kind of backyard instead of just throwing him in the Hall of Fame down there in Louisiana, thinking maybe it can get more publicity since he is from the New York area. So they're just going to wait a year. Hopefully nothing changes and Bam Bam goes in next year.
Is Vader in the Hall of Fame?
Not that I know of. I can look really fast. I don't think he is. I know Mick Foley. No, he's not. He's not. Because Mick Foley, when what was it? He was having his death scare when he thought he only had a month or so to live. Mick Foley was like, "We need to get him in the Hall of Fame. I want Leon there to make his speech and da da da." And now he's doing better. So he's not.
Thank God.
I remember that now. Foley was really pushing for it.
I love Vader. He's the best.
Yeah, no, Vader. I don't know. He's from stuff that I've heard. He had some heat on him backstage when he was in WWE.
Oh, all the time, yeah.
But I mean,
Vince, he didn't want to. I listened to a lot of Jim Cornette. Basically, Vince wanted him to lose the weight.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't gonna. Vince just didn't like him.
Gotcha.
He was a mean guy in the ring, but kind of a teddy bear backstage.
Gotcha.
Long story short.
I mean, my childhood, before I got into watching wrestling, the only thing I knew Vader was from Boy Meets World.
I like that. That show was great.
I love Boy Meets World.
Girl Meets World is awful, I can tell you that much.
I wouldn't say awful, but it didn't live up to the hype. Trust me, I watched every episode.
It's Girl Meets World is the ultimate deletion of the, what was the TNA one called? The
Final Deletion?
Fucking Final Deletion. Why not just call it Final Deletion Part 2?
Yikes. I don't know. But...
So speaking of the Ultimate Deletion, not only was that not aired in the arena, that wasn't even aired on Hulu.
Nope.
That's disrespectful.
Well,
that sucks.
According to, I want to get this name right. I always say his name wrong. From WrestleZone, Nick. Hold on.
Yeah, what's up?
No, the guy that reported this from WrestleZone. I always get his name wrong. I want to. Hold on. It's Nick. Oh, I'm gonna.
Yeah, what's up?
I'm gonna mess it up. Nick
Yeah.
Houseman of WrestleZone reported that Vince McMahon felt that Ultimate Deletion was going to bomb. But some WWE officials do feel that it actually did better than expected, as it did retain that audience leading into the end of the third hour.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they're right. There was an audience.
I mean, if you look at the ratings, which I'm going to pull up here, they really didn't slip as much as they usually do going into the third hour. And you would have to think that it's because everyone wanted to see what this Ultimate Deletion was all about.
Exactly.
Because if we look at, where is it? I just lost it. Why did I lose it? Oh, I got it over here. Okay. So if you look at the ratings kind of like progression for this past week. God dang it. Why does it keep wanting to close on me? Oh, I'll get it here eventually. Raw ratings. Why is...
You can do it.
I can do it. I had it, and then... Here we go. Okay. So when you look at the hour breakdown... Hour 1 had a 3.4 million viewers. Hour 2 had 3.47. And yes, Hour 3 did go down to 3.08. But typically Hour 3 dips under 3 million. So for it to stay above 3 million means that there was some sort of interest in that Ultimate Deletion.
Yeah. So it wasn't theoretically a failure. It did what it's supposed to do. And I appreciate that. But
exactly.
You want to take a call?
Yeah, let's take another call.
Cool.
Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hey guys, what's going on? TPA3 here.
What's up?
Not much. It's been a little while, probably since we're going to talk to you guys. But I've been thinking really about Daniel Bryan when he's coming back. When I first saw the notification. And I was wondering since then, is this going to hurt Roman Reigns in the long run now since Daniel Bryan's going to be back? Since
no,
Vince is trying
I can tell you exactly why it won't hurt Roman Reigns.
Okay.
Fastlane 2015. Do you remember what the main event? Well, the main match. I don't know if it was the main event, but the big match on Fastlane 2015 was.
Yeah, it was. It was the main event.
It was
Bryan.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the main event.
Daniel Bryan, Roman Reigns with the WrestleMania championship opportunity on the line. Who went over there? Roman Reigns. Why? Because Roman Reigns is the handpicked boy. No matter who the crowd is more invested in, whether that's Braun Strowman, whether that's Brock Lesnar, whether that's Daniel Bryan, Roman Reigns is always going to be the boy. Like Roman said, oh, Brock's Vince's boy. Shut the hell up. You're Vince's boy, Roman. Nobody is going to get put over Roman unless it will help the Roman character. The only time Roman's going to lose is if it will actually help his character in progression to him becoming the biggest guy in the company as far as the fans see. So people thinking, oh, Daniel Bryan's coming back. Is that going to hurt Roman? Is he going to get over with the fans more? It doesn't matter. It all matters of what Vince and Triple H want, and they want Roman Reigns, the new Rock, the new Austin, the new Cena, the new face of the company.
Which I think he's capable of doing it. I think I see a lot of success from him in the future, and he's been doing a pretty good job with his ring skills, and he's really talented. Even though the fans don't really think he is, but I think he's got a big future ahead of him, especially since he's going to be winning the title at Mania. But yeah, is there one more thing?
Sure.
Okay. So also it's about the Braun Strowman mystery tag team partner. Who do you really think is going to be his partner for Mania?
Elias.
Most likely.
Who?
Elias. It's just the obvious answer, or the obvious choice.
Well,
unfortunately.
I've also been hearing possibly maybe Bobby Lashley. That's also in the back of my mind, but I don't know.
That's just Twitter nonsense. Nobody that I would call a credible, reputable source has reported that.
Maybe Big Cass, since he's possibly been cleared yet.
He's telling people he's been cleared, but I don't know if WWE doctors have actually cleared him yet.
That's true, but who knows? But it's going to be, hopefully Mania will be good.
It's shaped up to be a really good show.
Yeah, definitely. Guess that's pretty much all I got to say.
All right, thanks for the call. Have a great night.
No problem. You too, man.
Yeah, as far as the Braun tag team partner thing goes, unfortunately, looks like it's going to be Elias, and I don't like that for one reason. Not because it's Elias, but because look who the WWE Raw Tag Team Champions are. The Bar. How did the Bar come together? Enemies turned tag team. Who's Braun been kind of feuding with? Elias. Again, enemies turned tag team. You don't need two of the same thing going up against each other.
Exactly. There you go.
Bada boom. Now, I have a question for you, Nick, in the chat. Like the last caller just said, Big Cass, he's telling people he's cleared to return. What do you do with him so that way he doesn't come out and people just start chanting Enzo or how you doing or soft? Do you fully repackage Big Cass to get that Enzo stigma off of him?
You don't get that Enzo stigma off of him for at least the first month. It's not going to go away.
Does he come back as a heel or a babyface?
He's going to be the ultimate babyface. People are going to cheer when he comes back. And then depending on how long the Enzo thing keeps up, that'll determine if he continues to be a babyface or a heel. But I think for the time being,
does he say
it's going to be hard to not make him to not ignore the Enzo chance.
So you say he doesn't say SAWFT? Since that was technically his thing. He said that when Enzo said, how you doing?
No, because he never said it when he was singles, when he was facing Enzo for a little bit.
But because he was supposed to be a heel.
Exactly.
That's
so he's not going to say it now.
But you're saying he could come back at first as a babyface. So if he does come back at first as a babyface, could he do the soft? Or is that just too close to Enzo?
It's just it's done now. It's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it didn't just hurt Enzo; it hurt Cass as well.
Exactly.
Because like I said, Enzo would do the realest guys in the room, bada boom, and then the SAWFT was Cass's thing. So unfortunately,
it's just hard to get that Enzo oomph off of him.
I mean, would you change it up and say SOFT?
No, he's not. That's stupid. Why do you open your mouth?
Hey, now.
You're an all-star. Anyway.
So let's see what the chat is saying here. Cash should be in what? Borat Troll says Cash should be his name.
Cash should be his name.
Cass should be his name. Isn't well, Big Cass, same thing. Woken King Slender says new character under a mask for Big Cass.
God. Mask Cass. Cass Mask.
Cass Mask. Oh Lord.
That's funny as fuck.
Neville and Braun.
Nick and Tim, I have a question. Do you think Navili will return to Raw or SmackDown after Mania? I'm gonna go ahead and assume SmackDown.
I think if he does come back, it'd have to be on SmackDown. You would just have a better opportunity there. Maybe put him in the U.S. title picture or something. I did see another person here in the chat say Neville teaming with Braun. Neville should team with Braun at WrestleMania. That'd be the real Team Little Big.
What does this say? Nick, how much money will it take you to watch a Cody versus TJP match?
Oh, Lord. Those are your two most hated wrestlers.
$56,000 all in nickels that I get to throw at them during the match. It would take a lot of money for me to have to sit through that.
In nickels. Wow. I didn't expect that.
I'd watch it because it's wrestling and I like wrestling. Well, let's take a call here. Or wait, do we have something to talk about?
Well, I can do after the call.
Okay.
Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Tim Nick, what's up?
Not much.
What's going on, man?
Just a couple of questions. I want to comment on the Daniel Bryan. I saw your video of his top 10 dream match you would like to see, but if he leaves WWE, what are the dream matches outside of that? You guys gonna have any ideas, any suggestions?
Nick, you want to take this?
Say, ask that one more time, man.
Dream matches outside of WWE for Daniel Bryan.
Oh, God damn.
I got a couple.
Shoot.
Well, he's gonna be Daniel Bryan, and Daniel Bryan versus Okada versus Omega, Marty Scurll, something like that.
I'll go Bryan Danielson versus. Does Shibata count?
No, because Shibata's not wrestling.
Well, I want Shibata, damn it.
Hey, maybe Shibata should do the hyperbaric chamber stuff that cured Daniel Bryan.
American Dragon versus Kyle Ibushi.
That'd be a good one.
That'd be a really good one.
Would be good. I'd like to see
Daniel Bryan versus Kenny Omega.
Oh, Kenny Omega.
He's gonna be Daniel Bryan now.
Bryan Danielson.
I'm saying Bryan Danielson versus Suzuki.
Oh,
I like
Suzuki killed Naito last night.
Exactly.
Oh man. No,
in the future, you guys could do a video of that if you don't mind. In the future,
we can definitely think about that put it out this weekend.
Yeah, my last video, just like a question for Nick. Nick, where did you get the North American title from? I'm thinking about getting my own title. Where did you get it from, dude?
There's a Facebook group. It's called. I'll pull up the name for you right now. I have it right here. It's called Belt Mafia.
Do they make the Ring of Honor title? That's what I want to know.
No, so it's not them making it. It's people that own titles and that they sell them.
Oh,
and that's how I bought mine. So there's people on there with goddamn any title you can think of.
Yeah,
like I'm looking right now at the original Ring of Honor title.
Like the old one?
Yeah, the one that says pure on it.
Is it Belt Mafia Championship Belt Collectors?
Yeah.
All right, I'll put a link in the chat in the description.
Yeah.
Yo, appreciate it. Thanks. The North American title you have, I like it. It's cool. I like it.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I got to get some nails for it so I can hang it up on the wall.
Nice. Well, that's all the questions I had. Thanks for taking my call, guys.
Have
a good one, brother.
All right.
I fucking love Suzuki Gun, man.
All right, so on that, New Japan, Suzuki Gun.
Yeah.
Last night was the finals of the New Japan Cup. It came down to Tanahashi and Zack Sabre Jr. Before I get to that, I want to talk about Suzuki. So it was LIJ versus Suzuki-gun. I think it was a 6-man tag team match. I kind of put it on at the very end. And Suzuki and Naito were going at it. Suzuki was just killing him. He brought him all the way up to like the top of the ramp, kind of like behind the crowd a little bit. And he wrapped a chair around Naito's face. Then he took his hand and he kind of just dug his fist into the side of Naito's face before just lifting and just punching straight down into the cheek, almost jawbone of Naito. Just left him laying there with the chair wrapped around his head and just walked off like Suzuki would, like, oh, I whipped your ass now.
Like Suzuki's just like, well, I just murdered a human being. I gotta go. Sorry.
Right? And then it was kind of weird because they kind of like were teasing who's going to challenge for the junior heavyweight tag team titles next, and Takahashi licked the belt. And then Roppongi 3K come down, so it may be a triple threat on, I think it's the April 1st show. But the main event of the night was the finals of the New Japan Cup, where we did see Zack Sabre Jr. defeat Tanahashi, and he will now be getting a championship opportunity against Okada, the IWGP Heavyweight title.
I dig it.
I do too. I mean, the way they built Sabre up during this tournament, where he went through and tapped everybody out, that's how you make a star. That's how you build somebody up as a new star. Like, I'm not saying Zack Sabre Jr. wasn't a star before, but now he's on that almost main event level now. Like, I've seen some people say, oh, he's too skinny to be considered a championship contender. He's too small, blah, 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 blah. But when you really look at it, his technical work in the ring is just bar none.
Oh, absolutely. You know what? Hold on.
Sure.
This is a thought that I had this morning at 5 a.m. going to work.
Yikes.
Has there been a better technical wrestler since Bret Hart? Yes. And I'll tell you who it is. It's Drew Gulak.
What do you... Oh, okay.
Drew Gulak is the best technical wrestler since Bret Hart.
So you're saying Bryan Danielson is not a better technical wrestler?
That is going to have to wait to be seen.
Because the Wrestling Observer actually named their best technical wrestler award after Daniel Bryan. It is now the Bryan Danielson Award.
Yeah, well, that's fucking impressive, actually.
Because he won it. He won it like how many? Hold on. He won that award so many times. Let me see. Observer Awards. I'll tell you exactly how many.
This. Drew Gulak is one of the greatest young grapplers today. His in-ring style is just like, if you guys haven't seen Drew Gulak's Chikara stuff, you're fucking missing out, dude. It's incredible.
So Daniel Bryan, from 2005 to 2013, 9 years in a row, he won in the Observer's Best Technical Wrestler. Since 2000, well, what?
What about Benoit?
Benoit won in 2003, 2004, and 94 and 95.
No, I'm just thinking like.
Oh, well, since 2014, 2014.
Go ahead.
2014, 15, 16, 17, Sabre won the award for Best Technical Wrestler. So in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, last 13 years, only 2 men have won the Observer Award for Best Technical Wrestler. I mean, if you even want to go more, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. In the last 15 years, only 3 men have won that award.
Jesus. Now, how many of you would like to see a top 10 best grapplers of all time?
That'd be a good one. Are you talking just grapplers or technical wrestlers?
Daniela goes, I am sorry, can someone tell me where Nick works again?
Ooh.
No. No.
We're not getting into that subject.
How about you don't know where I work? That would be a lot better. Yeah, I want to go like technical grapplers, man.
Yeah.
Because God, I mean...
You put the Ghost on the list?
Oh, absolutely. You have to put Benoit. Benoit's fucking great. Look, I know what Benoit did was bad, and I'm not trying to say, oh, he's a great wrestler, he should be forgiven. He's not going to be forgiven, but I'm not going to forget what he did for wrestling.
Exactly.
The amount of work he put in for wrestling. I understand not mentioning him, not talking about him, all that stuff, but he was still a really, really good wrestler, and I think you need to at least acknowledge how good he was.
Right, and like I said, 5 years, not 5 years in a row, but 5 different years he won Best Technical Wrestler in the Observer Awards. And that's voted on by wrestling journalists, wrestling historians, current and former pro wrestlers, and whatnot. So, I mean, it's his peers and others voting for that. He won it, I think it was 94, 95, 2000, 2003, 2004.
There you go.
So, I mean, let's see what the chat's got here. Batman Hulk says Kurt Angle #1.
God, he's up there too, man. You guys would have to see the list.
Let's see what else. From the rumor mill, Zapret Rainmaker, Billy Corgan to send cease and desist. Okay, never mind.
I read it too. It was mediocrely funny.
Yeah. So, Bob Batman Hulk says Kurt is a better wrestler than Benoit. You can't put that as far as no. He's saying because of what Benoit did. You can't put that when you're just thinking specifically in ring, not the Benoit person, the Benoit character. You have to think. You know, Kurt. Maybe it's a matter of opinion because Kurt and Benoit are very similar.
Yeah,
but you have to look past.
I get that he fucking killed someone. And I'm not saying ignore it. I'm saying look at the wrestling aspect. He was a good wrestler. He paved the way for so many fucking people. Yes, what he did was awful, and he should never be forgiven. He shouldn't even be in the WWE Hall of Fame, and he's never going to be. But that doesn't take away what he did for the sport.
Yeah, like I said,
that's all that I have to say.
One of the best technical wrestlers ever. One of the just most. I mean, he wasn't called the Rabid Wolverine for nothing.
Exactly. Dude, fucking Tim and Nick, what are your favorite chips? I'm a big fan of Hot Cheetos, man.
Is Cheeto a chip?
You know, that's a good point. That's a good argument. I'd say...
You know they're making a movie about the janitor that created the Hot Cheeto, right?
Good. You want to take a call here?
Yeah, let's go for it. Oh, I was about to, and then here. And if it'll ever go, come on, Skype. Come on, we know you like to answer. Skype, please answer. Uh-oh. Are we going to have to take a different one instead? I guess we're going to have to take a different call.
I love Skype.
Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Not much. Tim and Nick, appreciate what you guys do. I heard someone touch on this earlier. I want to ask it a different way.
Sure.
Will Daniel Bryan's return open the door for the long-awaited, much-needed Roman Reigns heel turn?
No. And here's why. Vince McMahon will not make his top star a heel because Vince McMahon feels that a heel will not sell good merch. Hence, why John Cena did not turn heel when he was feuding with The Rock. John Cena was all set to turn heel. John Cena was told, you're going to go heel. Then they signed an exclusive deal with Kmart to sell exclusive John Cena merch, and Vince said, can't do it. I'm sorry. We're not going to lose out on this Kmart deal. The only heels...
But he has to know.
The only heels that sell good merch are Kevin Owens and Jericho right now. I mean, you can say Elias, but he's slowly transitioning to a babyface.
I'm saying he has to know. Vince has to know. He's going to make some money off Daniel Bryan merch. I mean, as soon as Daniel Bryan starts putting out shirts, kids are going to be eating that stuff up like candy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
that's a given. But, I mean, they could have done that while he was still GM. They came out with one shirt, I believe, while he was GM. It was just a blue shirt that said SmackDown GM Daniel Bryan. They could have been putting out shirts while he was GM.
Right. I always said, when Bryan was retired, I was like, oh my God, he's getting cleared by so many other doctors. Why won't they bring him back? I told my friends, he's not coming back because the Roman Reigns experience isn't over, and they're not going to risk alienating the fans.
You can't say that. You cannot say You cannot say that they didn't clear Daniel Bryan for 2 years because of Roman Reigns. You can't say that.
I mean, it's not science. I don't know. I feel like, because, when you think about it, the fans didn't truly turn on Reigns until Royal Rumble at 15, right? When Daniel Bryan was in, they got eliminated by Bray Wyatt halfway through it.
Kinda.
Right?
Kinda.
Right? Before that, the crowd was kind of with Reigns until that very event, and then it was all downhill from there.
True, but at the same time, it was like, he had just kind of got off from the Shield, so he still had some of that Shield rub on him, and that was, about 6 months or so, maybe 7, after the Shield split, so that Shield stigma kind of wore off by then, and then the Daniel Bryan thing. So, I get what you're saying, but I saw somebody else, I'm not going to name any names, online today saying that, they believed that Daniel Bryan was never cleared because it would hurt Roman Reigns. Bullshit.
No.
They're not gonna. They're not gonna take away this guy's career just for Roman Reigns. They're not gonna freeze this guy's contract because of Roman Reigns. That's the first thing you have to think of. Because if that was true and Daniel Bryan were to ever find that out, WWE be in tough shit. So there's no truth to that. There's no truth to that.
That's one of the things. It's not a truth or science of proven package. It's like, okay, we're looking out for his safety. We want to make sure he doesn't die in our ring and doesn't have seizures and has a nice healthy life. But just an inkling has to be damn, I don't know. It's preposterous to think that was the reason why, or even had a small factor into it.
No.
I'm just saying, now that he's back, possibly could they say, all right, well, we got this guy, our undisputed, most over guy. Maybe we can finally do it the right way, turn Reigns heel, let him show personality, then flip him back a little bit later, and maybe he'll be more liked than he is now.
Like I said, they don't like to have their main face as a heel because of the fact that the merch thing. So we'll have to see. I don't know. Maybe once Vince is gone, they can try turning him heel. But at the same time, Triple H is a very big supporter of Roman's as the top guy. So we don't know where he stands on this as well. It's just, I don't know. There's a lot to factor in here.
Yeah, so thanks for your call, man.
No problem.
It's just the fact of, I don't want to harp on this too much more, but they're not going to hold a guy down, freeze his contract, not let him live his career for Roman Reigns or somebody like that. If that was the case, Braun Strowman would not be in the position he's in.
Correct.
That's the one thing you say right there. If that was the case, if they said, Bryan, you must retire so Roman can try to get over more, then guys like Braun Strowman would not be in the position he is as far as third string main guy. Elias would not be in a position he is to become a big baby face. I'm not gonna name names. I saw somebody else mention the same thing earlier, getting in fans' ears, telling them bullshit. But
who was it? Just name names.
I don't want to say it. I don't want to start crap.
Text me it.
Yeah.
Text me it right now. Yeah, the idea of telling a guy to retire so another guy can get over,
well, maybe not telling him to retire, but holding him down and not clearing him.
That's absolutely not right.
No. To even think that
you texted me that earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's put it this way. There is a bit of human decency going on in the WWE backstage. People...
Bryan said it in his speech on Tuesday night. They didn't clear me at first because they looked at me as a person, not just another guy on their roster to make money from.
Exactly. You want to take a call here? People are apparently saying we've never taken a call this whole show.
I will in 1 second. We do have to talk about the 50-man Royal Rumble.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Because so last week when Roman Reigns, I think he was either on Sam Roberts' podcast or Rosenberg. I can't remember which one he said it on, but he basically said that he was told or he was hearing that the 50-man Royal Rumble will air on the WWE Network. Well, according to PW Insider, they got word from a subscriber of theirs saying that, quote, I tried to cancel my WWE Network subscription. When I was trying to cancel, an advertisement popped up saying, wait, don't cancel until you look at this. It was a list of upcoming live events on the WWE Network. Listed was WrestleMania, the 50-Man Rumble, and Backlash. PW Insider said that they went through this process to see if it was legit, and they got the same message showing that the 50-Man Royal Rumble is listed on the WWE Network as a future live event that will air. Now, I don't know if it's going to air officially live or if it's going to be on a tape delay because of the time difference.
I'd reckon a tape delay. No, I mean, they could start it at like...
No, it'd be fine because if you remember the Beast in the East special, I remember I was sitting up at 3 in the morning watching that because it was airing from Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, Jerry Lawler pretty much said it's going to air live when he said that he and Jim Ross have been slated to do commentary for that match.
Well, that doesn't mean live. That just means that they're going to be commentating.
Well, no, that it's going to air in some form or fashion.
That we'll be able to see it.
Right, but with WWE putting it on their upcoming live event list through the network, it basically does lead me to believe it's going to air live most likely.
Yeah. So let's with that, before we close out the show, let's take 2 more calls.
All right. Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Not much, guys. How's it going?
Pretty good. Yourself?
I was sorry that you guys hated me after 96 attempts.
Hey, it just says call coming in. I don't know whose number's what.
Oh, I know. I'm completely bugging you guys. I just kind of wanted to mention. I just wanted to talk about Cass and possibly returning because if he's cleared.
Right.
So if he comes back the night after Mania, he's going to get overshadowed by all the returns that are going to be happening and the call-ups.
Maybe that's a good thing.
What I think what would be a good spot for him is be in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. You know how sometimes they have like a couple entrance music play. Have him come out, have him win. He goes over as maybe a baby face. The next night he just does a promo saying, "Screw you guys," and completely dismantles whoever's in the ring. It would make an impact. It wouldn't have him be overshadowed, and it would say, "I'm here to be main event. I'm here to take the spot that should have been mine before this happened."
True. I could see that.
And also it would give, it would just give a good jump start to the next phase in his career.
Right.
But he would have to come back with a completely new look to get away from the whole.
I don't know, completely new look. I don't know how much you can change him up other than like cutting his hair. I mean, what are you going to put him in a full bodysuit?
No, but he needs to come back with a different look. I also just wanted to mention, I saw on Twitter some fans comparing Daniel coming back and being cleared to wrestle, comparing him to Brock Lesnar in his schedule and in his wrestling schedule. And I just want to say that's complete bullshit.
What do you
mean
as far as what do you mean as far as comparing the schedule?
How many matches he's going to be competing in.
Okay.
I think it's complete bullshit. Brock Lesnar is not there because he loves wrestling. He's there because he's decent at his job and to collect a paycheck. It is very well known that Daniel would wrestle anywhere. He's not there to collect a paycheck. So I think with some people comparing the same situation from Daniel to Brock and his schedule, yeah, Daniel might not be able to wrestle 300 days a year. Daniel has said, hey, I know I won't be able to wrestle 300 days a year, but I don't care how many matches I get. I just want to wrestle. I don't care about the money. So I think some fans are kind of being jackasses about the situation. It's like, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for Daniel to be cleared.
Right.
Like, this is a miracle he got cleared by the WWE. So to any fan who's kind of shitting on him, grow up.
I think Bryan should do what Meltzer suggested today on Wrestling Observer Live, where he said he takes a Randy Orton type of schedule. Randy Orton gets weekends off like once a month or so. He's not at every single SmackDown, and he doesn't wrestle on every single SmackDown he does appear on, but he appears at most shows. And I think maybe you do that kind of thing with Daniel Bryan. Maybe have him work one house show a weekend or something. have him be on almost every SmackDown, but he doesn't have to wrestle on every SmackDown. But he does wrestle on like the big shows, especially the big four, most of the pay-per-view, other B-level pay-per-view events. So I mean, going forward,
100%.
Yeah, you can limit him, but you don't have to stifle him.
Exactly, and Daniel has also said like he doesn't want to be full-time because he does have a family. He wants to be there for his daughter growing up. He wants to be there standing by his wife and not only seeing them maybe once or twice a week. So, but I just needed to get that off my chest that fans were comparing Daniel's new schedule or potential schedule to Brock Lesnar's, and it's like it's a completely different situation.
Exactly.
Brock's there to collect a paycheck. Daniel will be there to wrestle.
Right. And he's said in the past over the last year in interviews that if he were to leave the WWE, he'd look at getting like a 200-date schedule.
Absolutely.
So,
but anyways, hopefully you guys have a good night.
You too. Have a good night.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. All right. So one of the last things I do want to talk about here is the possible stage for WrestleMania.
Passable stage.
So what we have here is an image floating around on social media. Now, I'm going to preface before I put this on screen, we can't confirm that this is the official stage, but this is the image that is floating around on WrestleMania. It does look like it's like some sort of software to set up the lighting for the stage. So, I mean, if you look at it here, it looks a little basic. Again, it's a little blurry. It's kind of hard to see everything. But it kind of looks, I don't want to say similar in a ways to part of last year's stage where the wrestlers were to come out. It has like the half dome thing there. It looks like there's some cross braces behind it that may light up and some stuff on either side. It looks kind of basic, and at the same time, it's only a partial look at it. It could be a lot taller than we're seeing here in this image. There could be a lot more, which most likely will be a lot more to it. But this is an image I wanted to show you guys that is floating around right now on social media that possibly could be a little bit of the WrestleMania 34 stage.
Yeah, so there you go. It does look kind of interesting, but see stuff like that, even in the I guess you call it the industry that we're in, that Tim and I are in, I tend to stay away from stuff like that. I want to be surprised a lot of the times.
Right. Like I said, it's only a little small portion. There's probably a lot more to it than we're even seeing here.
Oh, wait, you're telling me that's not it?
What do you mean?
That's not the final product?
Well, I mean, there's probably more. It's probably going to be bigger than that.
Wait, you're telling me that's not the final product? That's not how it is going to look?
No, it will not look like a wireframe.
Damn.
Anyways.
Not gonna look like Armageddon.
Hey, you never know. Or that old backlash. The old backlash when the deals were swinging in the entranceway.
Yeah, that was dope as fuck. Alrighty. That gonna wrap it up for us, Tim?
I mean, we can take one last call.
Yeah, let's take one last call then.
If Skype will click. Come on, Skype. Caller, you're on the air. What's going on? Caller, going once. Twice. Next caller. Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Yo, Tim, Nick, how's it going?
Pretty good. Yourself?
Yeah, I just want to comment on just one thing. Okay, you guys, we still don't know the update on AJ's injury, right?
What I do know, according to Bryan Alvarez on today's Wrestling Observer Live, injured or not, AJ Styles will wrestle Nakamura at Mania, injured or not.
No doubt, no doubt in my mind. This is a Wrestle Kingdom dream match, well, rematch, so to speak.
Right.
And my thing is, I want both your opinions on this. Like, since if AJ's leg or wherever it is so bad, does that kind of mean Nakamura's winning, in your opinion, or what?
I think Nakamura's going to win regardless. Either way.
I think he has to.
Even if AJ didn't have any sort of an injury, I think Nakamura will win anyways. I believe he's the favorite in the betting odds currently.
I can see that too. I do want to win, and I hope and I know AJ for a fact. He's wrestled injured before. I think this match will steal the show, no doubt in my mind.
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great match. Shinsuke kind of has to go over. He's lost too many big ones lately.
Oh yeah,
yeah, he was putting over Jinder, which I did not like at all.
Right.
I just think that they're gonna say, you know what, you've done your thing, go out there, tear the fucking house down, win a championship, man.
My last bit. Be honest with me. Do you think I saw the Wrestle Kingdom match between these two? You think this will be better?
As good, if not better. It can't be any worse.
So that's true. Well, thanks for taking the call, guys.
All right.
Oh yeah, Tim.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Tim. In my opinion, you're Pro Wrestling's unlimited 1%er. In my opinion.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, EC3, you motherfucker. All right, man. Have a good one.
Looking at the betting odds here for the WWE Championship, Shinsuke Nakamura is a minus 250 favorite to go over AJ Styles at a plus 175.
There you guys go.
So and Nakamura is favorite.
With that, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in to the PW Unlimited podcast here on Wednesday, the 21st, 2018. I've been Nick. You can follow me on Twitter at PWU_Armstrong. You can follow us on Twitter at PWUnlimited, Facebook at Facebook.com/Pro Wrestling ULTD, and right here we're on YouTube and Instagram, Pro Wrestling Unlimited. Sean Cook, we will be live for Instagram and We'll be live for WrestleMania and doing a review as well.
Yes, and also you can find me on Twitch and Twitter at TimmyBuddy. Tomorrow morning, don't miss the Listin' Your Boy coming up on our website or on our YouTube channel, Pro Wrestling Unlimited. If you can't wait till the morning, then head over to the Fightful YouTube channel to check out this week's episode of the Listin' Your Boy. We may have something very, very special and unexpected coming up here on the channel in the next couple of days. That's all I'm going to say. You guys aren't expecting it.
I know what it is.
You better know what it is.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
Do I?
Check your phone.
All right, we'll talk about it post show.
So yeah, there's something that if the schedule is still the same as I was told,
it's tomorrow. What time? Shit.
No live. This is not going to be a live stream.
Oh fuck, that's tomorrow.
So, anyway, I'm just going to say there's something coming up that you guys are not going to be expecting. This kind of just came out of left field to us. Just keep your eyes locked on Pro Wrestling Unlimited for an unexpected video over the next 2 to 3 days, most likely 2. With that, you got to say have a good day. And it's not the Fightful Wrestling Weekly coming out Friday morning, but have a good day, guys. We'll see you next time.
See you guys.
We will be live after the New Japan show on Sunday. At least I will. Yeah, I don't know if Nick's going to be here, but yeah. You want to be here too?
Yeah.
Okay. After next time we will be live for sure after New Japan on Sunday.
Sounds good.
Have a good night.